Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna get a mic, guys. I'm gonna get a mic soon. The next time I'm over at Sammy's camera, I'm gonna get a mic, but I'm gonna try and speak up. You know, I be so calm and so poised. You know what I mean? I be so comfortable talking to y'all. I forget to project my voice, but I'll also raise the volume levels when I upload it. But I want to talk about one thing and one thing only. Anthony Joshua will not get the respect of boxing peers until he fights Deontay Wilder. And the reason why I say that is I would consider Lennox Lewis the matriarch of heavyweight boxing in the UK. Evander Holyfield is our holistic, unified world champion of the world. You guys get what I'm saying? You know, like he had a lot of, not a lot of losses, but, you know, he's been through some wars, had some losses. But Evander Holyfield, throughout his whole career, was the backup quarterback. And I remember as a kid, like, I want Evander Holyfield to fight Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? I want Evander Holyfield to fight Riddick Bowe. I want Evander Holyfield, you know, I want him to get a chance. You know, he was a cruiserweight champion of the world. Now he's going up to heavyweight. You guys know what the hell I'm talking about. And then when the backup quarterback gets in, he becomes Jeff Hostetler, all my New York Giants fans. He wins a Super Bowl. He becomes Nick Foles of the Philadelphia Eagles and wins a Super Bowl. You guys get, or he becomes Steve Young. You understand what I'm saying? And he got his chance and he fulfilled his promise. And I know we had a few losses, had some setbacks financially. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that era has silently ordained him our holistic, unified world champion. Like, he's our spiritual world champion. You know, he's been through some wars, made a lot of money, lost a lot of money. But at the end of the day, we respect his voice and his word. And he came out and said, he got to fight that man. Just like Riddick Bowe didn't fight Lennox Lewis, Anthony Joshua got to fight that man. And the DAZN success is contingent. It's hanging in the balance until Anthony Joshua fights Deontay Wilder. There is no fight American fans want to see on the DAZN app that will convince them in large and mass numbers to spend $10 a month. Jesse Vargas versus anyone in the world will not convince my cousin to spend $10 a month. Jarrell Big Baby Miller Jarrell Big Baby Miller against Spilka will not convince my cousin to spend $10 a month. Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder? Absolutely. They may even get it in March because they want the build-up. They want the docu-series that they might run. They might run a 24 type of series, which I would hope they do because we know nothing about Joshua over here in America. I'm talking about the fans, like the boxing fans as a whole. Don't know. There's 90% of Anthony Joshua that we don't know. You understand? And vice versa over there in terms of the countries. So I want Eddie Hearn to know this. Eddie Hearn, you're on notice. I don't care who you sign. You cannot sign Tank Davis. You can't sign Adrian Broner. You can't sign the Charlo brothers. You may get them for a one-fight deal. You can't get Mikey Garcia. Golden Boy tried to get Mikey Garcia in a 3-fight deal. They guaranteed him the Cotto fight last December, and he had to fight 2 more times. He said no. Fighters are becoming too genius now. Earl Spence's of the world, the Sean Porters of the world, the Danny Garcias of the world, they're becoming 2 geniuses now. They understand that they can promote themselves via social media and aligning themselves with YouTubers and because YouTubers are literally that generation, this generation of fighters. Now, we're going to get old in the next generation when that 13-year-old kid that's fighting in amateurs right now, he's going to be old to us when he becomes 27 and we'll be in our 50s. And you understand what I'm saying? Let me go upstairs. So you guys don't hear the vacuum. I'm gonna go upstairs real quick. But now I gotta cut cartoons off. Lincoln. I apologize, guys. 1 second. Here. You know the funniest chunk ever is sidebar. I know I go off topic a lot, but y'all fuck with me anyway. When you sleep with your son, you're like, no, I don't want my son sleeping with me. And then you're like, oh, you slept with me. You know, my son slept with me. And the cartoons was on. That's why I had to cut the TV off. But anyways, man, as I digress back into reality of this video. Until Eddie Hearn can convince Anthony Joshua to get in the ring with Deontay Wilder, that the DAZN app will not be a successful venture. And the reason being, it doesn't have a face. See, you got to understand, well, it's out now, but you got to understand the genius of Al Haymon. Here's the genius of Al Haymon. He knew PBC was coming out. He and his business partners and people on the inside knew PBC was coming out. What did he do to get PBC? He leveraged Showtime and Floyd Mayweather's relationship. I'm going to say that again. PBC is successful with the novice fans because he leveraged Floyd Mayweather and Showtime's relationship. Contingent upon Showtime. This is just me guesstimating. I've never been in a business meet with Al Haymon. I don't want you guys to think that. But me understanding logic and me being pragmatic, I understand what Al Haymon did. You want Floyd Mayweather for only $33 million a fight, or whatever he got, $33 million a fight, right, for 6 fights. So what, he got $297 million, something like that. So whatever that averages out to. If you want this guy, right, for $207 million. Alex Rodriguez got $297 million, right? If I'm not mistaken, I got him confused with A-Rod. But if you want this guy, I need you to fund my PBC series. And Showtime and Steven Espinoza says, absolutely. But you know what Steven Espinoza said? And this is just me guesstimating. I don't know if this is reality, but just based on the realities of it, you have to guarantee me Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. I guarantee you that was in the initial contract. I guarantee you. And that's the realities of it. And we got Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. And it happened. And also the genius of Al Haymon is the very first leg of PBC, it was all free. PBC, NBC, ABC, Channel 11. And he put all his stars on regular TV, so all you had to do was just punch in. And then what came the second leg? Showtime. Now people started buying Showtime because they became attached to the backstory to Keith Thurman, the backstory to Sean Porter, the backstory to Adrian Broner, Robert the Ghost Guerrero. The NBC card was Ghost Guerrero, Keith Thurman, John Molina, Adrian Broner, right? Those were the first NBC card with Sugar Ray Leonard doing color. You understand what I'm saying? So the genius of it. Now, that was an expensive habit to keep up. So they leverage it to Showtime, and now we got Fox in the summer. We get Showtime in the fall and the winter, and we get Fox in the summertime because Fox needs programming, because who the hell wants to watch car racing and baseball? So they probably pay a premium for combat sports in all of summer, right? That's why we get a lot of Fox Sports fights in the summertime. So that's the genius of it. And Eddie Hearn is not fully understanding this. I may be giving this nigga too much game. I may be giving him too much game right now. I literally might be giving him too much game, but it's okay. It's totally okay. And but I want my subscribers to understand the realities of doing business moves. You got to have a chip. You got to have a chip. Like, if you got the money and the other nigga, you got the money in New York, right? You got the money and the fan base, crackheads, i.e. crackheads, and the nigga down in Florida got the goods because he's closest to Colombia, right? That's just the reality. That's just the game, right? So you take your ass down to Florida, you go touch the Atlantic Ocean, and you bring your ass up, right back up to 95, and you make. So you got to have a bargaining chip. You got to have a bargaining chip, and that's how the drugs got to middle of America, the Chicagos. It has to touch the coast, albeit New York, albeit Miami, albeit Texas, California. Like, you got to touch these lands, and how you get it inland from the mainland, how you get it from coastal states to the inland states is you got to have that connect. So you got to have that chip. You got to have that bargaining chip. And that bargaining chip that Showtime and Al Haymon leverage is Floyd Mayweather. And all this is a guesstimation. I need to sit down with Stephen Espinoza and have this conversation with him. But I think just me looking at hindsight with 3.5 years in, I believe that that was the deal. I believe Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather was going to happen. Was going to happen 100%. And I'm appalled. Not appalled. That's such an exaggeration. Not appalled. That's the wrong word. But I know Eddie Hearn is a slimy guy. He's a slimy, He's a slimy and sleazy dude. You understand what I'm saying? Because he doesn't even remember the words that he say. You know, he would be a terrible cheating husband. He's probably one of the more. I don't know if he's married. He's probably faithful, and not that that's a bad thing, right? But his wife would catch him so many times if he was married. I don't know. All I know is his dad has and have a lot of money, and he probably allotted Eddie Hearn some funds and said, "This is your seed money. Now grow." And at the end of the day, your son's money is not your dad's money. Your dad's money is not your son's money. Because I see it in the comment section. A lot of the not of the subscribers. I don't know if you subscribe, but a lot of the comments saying his dad is worth X and Y Z money. Yeah, his dad is worth X and Y Z money. Magic Johnson's son is not worth $100 million like Magic Johnson. He may have allotted him some money and say, "I'm gonna give you $1 million to start your own business," right? Denzel Washington's son is not worth $150 million. Denzel Washington is worth $150 million. Denzel Washington may give his son $1 million and say, "Go. What do you want to do?" And that's just the realities of it. So people say, "Oh, he got no." You ain't. Listen. It doesn't happen that way. That's your dad's money. That's your grandma's money, right? So, but Eddie Hearn will get this one day. I don't know when he'll get it, but he'll get it. It might be too late. And the DAZN app, and what's even more ridiculous is that the DAZN executives are fools as well, because they really, really, really believe that the DAZN app can be successful in America without an American ambassador. Now, they are so fucking stupid. Here's what I would have did. And I'm being 100, right? And this is why I am the genius, quote unquote, in comparison to what they did. It's okay. He's fighting Povetkin, right? He's fighting Povetkin. I would have had that contract signed, sealed, and delivered. The DAZN app should have put up $20 million to guarantee Wilder. They should have gave a guarantee of Wilder of $20 million to sign the contract and a $20 million to walk in the ring. $20 million, that's not a lot of money in comparison to what you want and what you desire. And now, here's what you got. You got Deontay Wilder fighting Bermane Stiverne on Showtime. It's okay. He could fight on Showtime. But we all know that he's fighting on the DAZN app April 13th at Wembley Stadium. You know how many times Deontay Wilder, between the YouTube channels, the everything else, I would say the over-under would be about 5,000 times in that time span. He would say the DAZN app, and maybe the contract says, and the Bermane, and the, let's say hypothetically, the Dominic Brazil fight, you gotta wear a DAZN hat or a DAZN shirt. Probably a hat because it's hard to put that shirt on. You gotta wear a hat. You know how viral that shit goes when Deontay Wilder knocks some guy out and people are watching a post-fight press conference and we know the Anthony Joshua fight is coming and you know Anthony Joshua is there. Maybe you put the DAZN logo on the gloves. I don't know. Like you put it, obviously it goes on the trunks, but when you hit somebody, you hit them with the DAZN app. You understand what I'm saying? There's so many different ways. You have a DAZN heavy bag in the gym. There's so many. I would have gave Deontay Wilder $20 million. If you got, hypothetically, I don't know what the numbers are. I'm just talking about the whole scheme of things. The whole plot is $1 billion plot, right? Give the nigga $20 million. 25, whatever you negotiate. They did it to Floyd. They did. I wish I can tell you guys how the money game works. Like I have real life examples of people fronting money in boxing. I'll tell that. No, I can't tell that story. But I've been a part of it. You know what I mean? I've been in the car with fighters and workers and where they have to deliver the money for the fight. So it happens probably in every fight. I don't know, but now it goes direct. You have wires now, and but sometimes people give checks. But as I say, so I'm giving Eddie Hearn the game now. But it was just foolish. It was just so fucking stupid. When I say stupid, I mean stupid for Eddie Hearn not to have Deontay Wilder as an ambassador. The DAZN app is going to fail in America miserably without an American ambassador. Now, he thought Anthony Joshua was fan appeal and star appeal and like homosexual appeal. Like people, like I can see like the gay community being attracted to Anthony Joshua. They don't know who the fuck he is though. And I hate to say this on this channel, but you guys, I'm just being real with you guys. I'm being 100 with you guys. You know what I mean? 78 said it in the Smoke City Bobcast one Wednesday night. But yeah, man, and that's the realities of it, man. By the time you watch this video, just know Usyk is fighting 12 o'clock p.m., 3 o'clock Eastern time. It's 12:13 now, so I got to hurry up and make this video. I got to go. But at the end of the day, Eddie Hearn, you fucked up. You could have silently used and you could have parlayed Deontay Wilder into you getting all your benefits, all your perks, all your incentives from the DAZN app. But now he's literally a foe to you. He's not an ally. He's a foe. Now, all the drug dealers in New York got to go to South Carolina to get the drugs. And it's going to be a little bit higher. You know why? Because the South Carolina connected with the Florida connect. Now you got two middlemen you got to go through, and the price is higher. Now your dividends is going to be cut when you go to New York, and you're going to try and raise the prices in New York or cut them out, but you can't because your competitor has a direct source in Miami, which forces him to cut the cost. And now you can't cut the code. You can't step on it the way you want to step on it because maybe I'm not sure if I'm using the right language, but you guys understand what I'm talking about. It's been years, but since I've seen my cousins bag this shit. But it's not pure. It's not as pure as your competitor. So as opposed to clearing $7 per dime bag, you're only clearing $4 per dime bag. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just the realities of it, man. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Hopefully this video made sense. And Eddie Hearn, the DAZN app will fail because you lack an American ambassador. There's no one on your roster right now that can push the DAZN app. You're the dumbest person ever. You thought you undervalued you thought Adrian Broner was a fighter. You fucked up and thought Adrian Broner was a fighter. He's not a fighter. He's your fucking ambassador, you stupid. You nimbusole. Like, he was your ambassador. I would have gave that nigga $7 million a fight. $5 million a fight. That's only $15 million. Or you give him 7, it's $21 million. Give him $5 million. Make him make a decision. Force him to make a decision. You fucked up. Imagine Adrian Broner is the master he is the best fighter promoter in the game today. But you don't understand. That's why George Steinbrenner is a fucking genius. Rest his soul. Thank you, George Steinbrenner. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're a genius. How you say, you know what? Luxury tax. Fuck luxury tax. I want an all-star at every fucking position. I'll get it back in merchandising, and MSG is giving me I got $1 billion contract with MSG to broadcast the Yankees, and my merchandising is going to be stupid. Guarantee you. Huh? You want me to Darryl Strawberry? You want me to overpay for Darryl Strawberry? And he's a pinch hitter? Okay, that's okay, but we're still gonna win 2 World Series. He'll hit an amazing home run against the Baltimore Orioles to push us over the edge. Oh yeah, Tino Martinez, he's past his prime. He's making $27 million a year. It's okay. It's okay. Puerto Rican fans are gonna love him. Right? You guys don't understand the game. It's sometimes you gotta pay more to win more. Right? I know the objective is buy low, sell high, but sometimes you gotta spend more to get more. All right? And that's what the Yankees believed in. That's what Golden State is doing. I mean, they have a cap down, but they have the cap in the NBA now, but there's no cap in Major League Baseball. But before the cap, the rich got richer, you know, the Lakers and everyone else were just spending money, and, you know, now you got to match contract for contract in NBA, and it has to make sense financially. But before all this was George Steinbrenner. And he had, oh man, what a ride he had. We had, Doc Gooden is not worth $7 million a year? He's not? He's in the minor leagues right now? Oh. But every black guy in America knows who Doc Gooden is. Give him here. I'm going to revitalize his career. He's going to win a game in the World Series? Oh, he did? Oh, amazing. You guys get what I'm saying? You guys get where I'm going? You know what I mean? Sometimes you can't be the front man for your business. Right? Sometimes your cousin, who's more street savvy than you, more streetwise than you, can be the front man for the business. To drive down to Florida and get the drugs. You may be a square from Delaware like me, but you got the financial resources. Right? But your cousin got that swag. He got that it. He got that sauce that you want, that's gonna smooth over the Colombians down in Miami, smooth over the Haitians, smooth over the Cubans that's bringing these drugs over. You guys get what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn doesn't get that part at all. I would have negotiated with Adrian Broner. I wouldn't have sent over a fucking contract. Are you stupid? I would have flew my ass on a private jet that landed directly at his front doorstep. Took a picture, publicized it. It says I understand who he is. I know his value. I would have built Adrian Broner up till people would have believed that he's going to be the next Floyd Mayweather Jr. for the 14th time. I know people didn't believe it the 13th time, but for the 14th time, the people in the UK, they want to touch Adrian Broner. They want to get to know who he is, and that's the realities of the game, you know. And Andre Ward, he works for HBO. How much is Andre Ward getting for HBO? What, they probably paying him $1 million a year? I don't know what I'm guesstimating. I'm not going into the man's pocket. I'm using round numbers for the sake. Oh, Andre Ward, you getting $1 million over there? I'm gonna give you $3 million a year to be a color commentator for 1 year. Same way they did Sugar Ray Leonard, right? Same way that Al Haymon did Sugar Ray Leonard. Oh, Sugar Ray Leonard is an Olympian. He's part of the 4 Horsemen of boxing. Every man in America, every grown man in America knows the name Sugar Ray Leonard. Oh, you're going to be my color commentator for a year and a half. I don't know how long he was doing it. Andre Ward, we know who you are. You know, you're the last gold medal in America. Boxing fans know who you are. Oh. Hey, Floyd Mayweather, how much? Can we get you to make an appearance? How much would you charge him to make an appearance? $5 million? I'm gonna give you 7. I'm gonna pay you $7 million to show up 7 times. We're doing 8 cards in them. Well, I mean they got 8 cards or they got 16 cards. I'm gonna give you $1 million just to show up. If you say no, it's okay. But now you've developed an open and honest relationship with Floyd Mayweather. Now he'll be willing to do business with you. Now he might let you fight Badou Jack for the light heavyweight championship of the world. He might let you bring in a fighter to fight Tank Davis. Now you leverage Tank Davis and your opponent that's going to lose, and people buy the DAZN app. You guys get the logic? He could bring over some bum from the UK to be Gervonta's Tank Davis opponent in December or whenever he's fighting again. With the DAZN everything. And people go to the DAZN app and you can watch the replay of Tank Davis on the DAZN app. You ain't got to wait till next week when it's going to be on Showtime. You can watch it on Tuesday because that's the deal that they would make. You can watch it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You ain't got to wait till next Saturday to watch the replay. I'm giving too much game right now. Anyways, man, barbershop conversations. But all my subscribers, apply this shit to your life. All right, I gave a lot of game in this fucking video. All right, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just telling you the realities of the game. But anyways, man, there's more to give. Anyways, barbershop conversation. Hopefully Usyk is about to come on. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.